Good afternoon. So I'm here with a rifle that a friend of mine lent me, wanted me to do a bit of review on it, that he's had for, I don't know, about 4 or 5 months. So it's the FAL. Yeah, this is very sort of similar to the SLR. It's not an SLR, it's reasonably similar. So we're going to run through Chronograph test, a bit of rested and freestanding target, how the sights were set up. Basically what you've got your Allen key for your CO2. I'll show you how that all works. You've got a tool here for your foresight, so you can adjust the foresight up and down. The foresight is fully down, and that's as far as it goes, and it still shoots, I'd say, a little low at 10 yards. So what we'll do first, we'll show you the magazine and how it's all loaded. So this is the magazine. So this bit fits inside the case, and to release it you've got this spring-loaded latch here. I tend to use the actual side of the Allen key, just push it in and pull it like so, and that pulls it out of the case. Okay, so what you've got your CO2 goes in there, there's your Allen key to do it up tight. I always put a bit of Pelgan oil on the valve, and round here you've got this spring-loaded latch, comes down. I actually cut my nails, so we'll try and lock it back. That's it, we locked it down. Okay, so it locks down there. Okay, and then you have to drop the BBs in here, and I find the best way is to have it slightly tilted. Drop 2 in at a time, because that space there will hold 2. Drop 2 in, covered it, give it a shake down, same again. It takes 18 BBs, which is a bit odd because they're normally 20 round mags. The SLR has a 20 round mag, and you thought they'd have fitted a 20 round BB slot. And there is space in the bottom of the metal case to actually make this a bit longer, which I don't understand why they didn't do. So yeah, it's 18 shots only. Then once you've dropped them in, shook them down, and after you release that latch, and that pressure keeps them compressed, so when you feed them they fire out. And the way this magazine works, it seems a bit overly complicated, but you've got a lever inside the actual magazine well, and that pushes that. You can see a little mark there. Okay, that's where it's been pushing. That pushes that, which fires the CO2, which fires the BB out. So this is a double action only trigger. It doesn't have any blowback, even though there are a lot of working parts, moving parts on the, sorry, not working parts, moving parts on the rifle. They don't actually do anything. Okay, so we'll run through that. So once you've done that, yeah, take your case, you want your plunger that side, you hold that side, get it right way around, like so. Okay, and pop it in like so. And then put that plunger in, push it, and that locks it in place, and then it fits like that. See, that's the front. Okay, it's a bit of a pain really, because you've got to take the mag out the mag case every time you want to put the BBs in, which is not as good as I think the Huntsman. You can actually load them, the part of the magazine, which is a better design. So yeah, that's a downside of this system. Right, so we'll move on to the rifle. So this is my rifle. His friends lent me it to do a review on it. So this is the rifle. We'll start at the back. So you've got like a plastic rubber butt pad. I think it's more of a soft plastic. You've got your stock, your rear sights. It hasn't got an SLR sight. It's got a peep sight, 2-position peep sight, and you can actually adjust it left and right. At the moment, this is sort of moved to the right. Yeah, you can just see where the block is there. So it will go a bit further, and I'll explain that later. You've got a 20mm rail on top. You've got a carrying handle. You can actually lock it with this screw here that screws down like so, and then you can rotate that, and that will actually, if you tighten it down, that actually stops that from flopping around. Okay, it doesn't hold it forever. Going forward, you've got your grips, your 4 grips. You've got your front sight, and that's the one you can adjust. You see the 2 holes in there, so you can put your peg in and adjust it up and down. It is fully in because this is shooting a little low at 10 yards, and that's as low as it'll go. If you wanted to shoot high, you'd have to put that front sight further in. So when they designed this, I think they either should have had a higher sight at the back. Yeah, so you have more adjustment, but that's all you've got, I'm afraid. At the front, now this is would be your gas plug, with your gas piston would run down here, as in the SLR, and you can actually remove this, but there's nothing in there apart from a spring. So you can turn this, you've got this spring-loaded bit here, so you can turn it and remove it like that. See, that's very similar to the SLR gas plug. You don't have this bit on here though. and there's a spring in there, but that's all there is. So you push that back in, turn it, and that locks it back in place. Okay, so that's like a removable part, yeah, but it doesn't actually do anything. On this side, we'll go this side first. You've got your cocking handle. Again, the SLL would have a flat one where it flips forward and is flush with the actual side of the actual body, the chassis. So yeah, you can cock this, yeah, and that actually does lock the bolt open, yeah, and that's your bolt release there. But it doesn't actually do anything. You should release it, yeah, but when you fire this, that doesn't go backwards and forwards. So it's just for show, okay? Also, on this side as well, turn it around again, you've got this would actually break your rifle at this pivot point here, so you can take all the actual working parts out for a field strip. It moves, it doesn't do anything, okay? And then you've got your safety here, that's safe. You've got an auto position, yeah, there, but that doesn't do anything, because even if, I'm not sure whether you can have full auto outside the UK, but in UK you can only have semi-auto, 4.5mm BB. But both those positions basically just fire it singly anyhow, yeah, and then you've got your safe, okay, it locks the trigger. And you've got a lever here, I don't know if I can show this, but the safety off, when you pull the trigger, yeah, you can see the actual bit moving. It's just, there you go, you see it. See that bit there, as you pull the trigger? That's the thing that comes out and hits the back of the magazine and fires the BB. So there's a lot of moving parts in there, so that actually doesn't do anything, and it doesn't actually fire the actual magazine unless the magazine's fitted. So you fit the magazine like so, so it's locked in, okay, and then with the safety off, it'll fire the actual action off on the actual box, on the actual magazine box. But with the mag release, which is there, okay, forward, it doesn't do anything, okay. So that's basically the parts of the actual rifle. You've got sling mounts here, as per the SLR, so you can fit a sling on if you want, and I believe you could probably fit a fake bayonet on as well, because the bayonet mount looks about right for, you know, fake. I think it's probably going to be possible if you get a fake one. So yeah, now let's go back to the accuracy, shall we? Right, so accuracy wise, so out the box at 10 yards, all these 18 shot groups, I did 3 magazines of 18, 54 shots, which I actually did Chronograph as well. So semi-rested, just off the front of a bag at 10 yards, they all sort of grouped around here, and that was with that sight fully over to the right. I thought, I can't take it any further, and it's still shooting weirdly. It was shooting really low and to the left. So what I did, I slackened this bit off here. This unscrews a bit. You can actually see this in the light, like that. This bit unscrews, and it allowed a little bit of movement left and right, and it basically moved this foresight, yeah, to the left, yeah, and then I did it back up tight. And what that actually did, it actually brought it across to the centre. Okay, so it moved them from there to there. That's 18 shots there. Yeah, give or take a few that were probably flyers or me maybe moving. I only just rested the front on the front of a bag. Yeah, the front of a rice bag. Excuse me, at 10 yards. So, excuse me. So, yeah, if you have a thing where you have one of these and it does shoot left or right, yeah, just slacken this off, which it does undo, and this bit here that locks that, and just give it a little bit of a tweak like that, and then do them back up, and you'll find it should shoot straight then, which is good. Because a lot of BBs are great, you can always compensate for height, but it's really difficult to compensate for left and right if you're shooting further out. And you know, I'm going to try and test this out to 20 meters because it's got the grunt. Okay, so if it's got the grunt, you just need to make sure it shoots straight, so it can be accurate. You can always compensate for the actual holdover. Okay, up to a point, obviously. So yeah, so that's how I adjusted the actual aiming of it, you know, the actual target side of it. And then just to confirm, excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough today. Just to confirm that that was right, I did 18 shots freestanding after I'd made that adjustment, and they shot there. Yeah, that was freestanding at 10 yards. See where I aimed, the aim point was here. So yeah, and we're grouping around here. So it is shooting, yeah, I'd say about an inch, probably about an inch low, yeah. But yeah, you can compensate for that as long as it shoots straight. So that's so far, and then I did a chrony test, and I'll just show you the chrony test, so you can pause it and read the data. If I just scroll through, and you can actually read all the data, like, there we go, that's the data. Oh, I did a trigger pull as well. Trigger pull was 7.5 pounds, yeah, all the way through, because only it's like a single action trigger. Okay, so yeah, and if you look at like the power output on all the shots, I mean, it averaged 29 FPS over the 54 shots, which is really good actually. And I was giving it about, I think about 15, 30, I think I gave it about 30-second break. It was pretty cold, so I gave it a 30-second break just to allow the CO2 to recover a bit. So if you shoot it slower, it's going to be more efficient, obviously, like all CO2s. If you shoot it quickly, it'll cool rapidly and it'll drop off. But yeah, looking at the actual power output, I'd say it's averaging around 2.7 foot-pounds energy. Its average FPS was 467, yeah, which is quite healthy. You know, over 54 shots, that's an average FPS over 54 shots, which is 467, which is good. Okay, so what do I think of this? Yeah, it's all right, but it's not really something. I don't know how. I can't remember how much these are. I don't think Dave told me. I'll have to look it up. The grip's quite nice as well, by the way. Yeah, yeah, the finger position. It's not a copy of SLR, and a lot of ex-military like myself who've shot SLRs would love a proper blowback SLR, you know, BB shooter, or even a pellet shooter where you could actually have a rotating belt magazine, where you know you put the magazine in and it shoots. Even if like SIG produced something like that, or even you know, Umrex created it's like the rotating belt magazine they use in the pistols. If you had a full-size SLR magazine with the front being a rotating belt, just like the actual pistols, and you feed it and it shoots pellets out with a rifle barrel, that would be fantastic. And I think technically it could be possible. You know, it would take a lot of work, but I think technically you could do it. So yeah, it'd be really nice if Umrex brought out a British veteran series. Would be great. You know, with you know, the SLR, the 9mm high power Browning, SMG, all those, you know, great you know, things that, you know, back in the 80s we shot. You know, or even if you want to go really heavy, go LMG. You know, with the curve, you know, very similar to the Bren, because I shot that when it was in the forces, and that was fantastic. I really loved that. So yeah, it's okay. It seems to shoot. Once you get it shooting straight, I think it's pretty good. It sits nice. Target wise, sight wise, the sights are pretty good. Maybe they could do with being a bit higher at the back, you know, because you're struggling to get your chin down right. You know, you're quite tight there. And I've got, mind you, I haven't got a round head. If you've got a round head instead of a like oval head like I have, you'd probably be a bit better. But yeah, it's nicely made. It's the main body's nice. It's all alloy. Seems very solid. Trigger's nice smooth pull, even though it is 7.5 pound pull. It would be nice if it was blowback. Yeah, that would make it much more authentic. As I said, it does lock open if you cock it, but it doesn't have any effect because this doesn't blow back when you shoot it. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be nice if it was field stripple as well. If that lever actually broke the rifle at this hinge point here, and you could take all the gubbins out, that'd be nice as well. Which I think, if Crosman did one, like, you know, with the SBR and the AK1 I have, you know, they're all like field strippable. Yeah, if you want to field strip them. Yeah. So there you go. So that is the Huntsman Arms FAL. There we go. That's the information on it there, and I'll just show you around it again. So yeah, it's all right, but I can't tell you how much it costs because I've got no idea, and I didn't bother looking it up. But yeah, I should do an outdoor shooting with this. I shall confirm it's all shooting straight. So this hasn't moved. The foresight hasn't moved. Yeah, like that. So it's shooting straight, and I'll do an outdoor shooting review when it's a bit more bright, a bit drier, and we'll see how she shoots. So I hope you like that unboxing review. Take care, have a great 2025, and thanks for watching.